Hello everyone, welcome back to the another episode of the Rishabh Jain Show, a podcast for solopreneurs building a business around their passion, knowledge and skills. And today we have another very interesting guest on our show. So she is the first female guest on our show. Today we talked with Donna Amos. She is the sales and marketing expert with over 30 years of experience. So she ran digital agency for 16 years and helped more than 1000 clients. She is also helping small business owners to become published author. So in today's episode we discussed about content creation and repurposing. So we discussed various content and social media strategies that you can start implementing immediately as a solopreneur. So listen the whole conversation and share your thoughts about it in the comment section. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or maybe you just hate my hairstyle? Whatever may be the thing, just let me know in the comment section. So listen and enjoy. Hey Donna, how are you doing?
Huh? I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart that you are here. I'm really grateful and I'm really excited to learn all the strategies and all the things that you have about content creation and content repurposing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So first of all, my first question to you is like journey of being a marketer and entrepreneur started for you? Like you started, you started 30 years before, 30 years ago. So it's a long, I think, duration. So how this journey started for you?
So I was really ahead of my time. I had a direct marketing agency.
Okay,
We did direct mail, and then we made phone calls behind that direct mail to get appointments for our clients.
okay,
All of the ladies that worked with me worked from their homes. So 30 years ago, that was not something that was done on a regular
yeah,
basis. But
yeah,
we did,
yeah.
and it lasted for quite a while. I think 12 years.
Okay,
So, and it all happened because I was helping small businesses with their budgets,
okay,
um, and realized that they were constantly going in and out of business, basically because they weren't marketing themselves.
okay,
So I started saying, let me do that for you. Let's
okay.
get you some clients.
Yeah,
And that's how we got started.
okay, okay. So like you started helping small businesses to get clients. So like what was your experience before you started, like how you have like got interested in this field of marketing and being like entrepreneurship?
Yeah, so I've always had an interest in marketing. I don't know where that really came from, but I started studying it on
Okay,
my own. So I'm self-taught.
okay,
I did
that's
take
great.
business administration in college, but they don't really teach you about
Okay,
marketing there. So
yes, yes.
read lots of books.
Okay, so basically means that like you read a lot of books and from there like you got this knowledge and then you started helping people with marketing and clients, getting clients, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I think that's a great way to start for anyone. Even if you don't like have a budget to hire a coach or someone, you can start by just learning yourself and by just reading books. Yes, Donna is like
Exactly.
a great example. She did it by just reading books. She started, and now, as you can see, she's doing it from past 30 years. So great. Like a great lesson for anyone who is like thinking, how can I start? How can I get started? Right?
Right.
Yeah. So my next
Absolutely.
question, like next thing I want to ask you is, uh, um, I'm a solopreneur and I talk a lot about solopreneurship, and you solopreneurs with marketing. So, what do you think? Like, how crucial it is for solopreneurs to create content and have a content engine?
Yeah, so this is a really, today, this is a really important piece of the puzzle to be successful.
Okay.
So understanding what your expertise is,
Yeah.
and I would just get out a piece of paper and start writing down lists. You know, what are you really good at? What are you
Okay.
really good at that you
Okay.
love to do? Not the stuff that, you know, you have to do, but don't really want to. And then start sharing that expertise with your audience. And
Okay.
you can share it in multiple ways. You can share it running a podcast. You can share it with blog posts.
Yeah.
You can share it in social media.
Yeah.
You can share it in a book.
Okay. Book.
And
Yeah.
you know, there are videos. You can share it in videos. There are lots of ways to do that, but you first have to understand what are you really good at
Okay.
and what do you want to share with the world.
Yes. Yes. So it's a great piece of advice, like knowing and self awareness, like know what you are good at, and what is that thing that you can take and help people out there, and then start talking about it with the help of content. And so Donna, what do you think? Like if someone started creating content on the internet, uh, how like this thing help is going to help people to get clients? What happens if I started posting videos, or I start creating podcasts?
If you optimize everything well,
Okay.
so for videos, you know, you want to make certain that you're driving them back to your website. And then when they
Okay.
get there, there's a opt-in that they can, you know, put their email address in for you so that you can consistently then send them email marketing, which is also still very effective.
Okay.
Even though people say it's dead, it's not.
Yes, yes,
Um,
of course not.
so um, taking that content and breaking it down. So I have a client that's an attorney. This is the
Okay.
content he creates. He focuses on elder law,
Okay.
and we create 2-minute videos answering frequently asked questions that
Mm,
his audience wants information about.
mm.
And we post one video a week and
Okay.
we push them back to his website. We've been doing that for 8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
Okay.
And he gets easily 2 to 3 clients a month. And his clients are, you know,
Yes.
they pay him a lot of
Yes.
money to
Yes.
set up
Yes.
their trust, all of that. So, um, and he doesn't really, I'm the one that comes up with the frequently asked questions. So I go to online forums around elder care and I
Okay.
look to see what the public's asking.
Yes.
And then we provide the answers to it.
Okay. 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 So, like, this thing, running a funnel for 8 years and getting clients consistently for 8 years, like, it's crazy. Means you don't need like 10 different funnels or 10 different strategies. If you can implement one strategy really well, you can actually keep running your business profitable for a very long period of time. This is, I think, one of the biggest takeaway that you the story that you have shared.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and you're right. You don't have to do everything. You
Yeah.
just have to do one thing consistently. It's the consistency that makes the difference. And of
Okay.
course, you have to provide value.
Yes, yes. Value is, I think, is absolutely important. Without that, the people are definitely not going to follow you for a longer period of time. So, so the next thing, the next question is, uh, if someone wants to build like an email list, you talked about build an email list and email marketing. So if someone wants to build the email list, then what should be the content strategy? Like, what content type and how many posts? Means what, how should one approach to start building email list?
Okay, so take that same list of content ideas that you have,
Okay.
create a document, a course, a video, something that
Okay.
they, again, your audience would find valuable, and then ask them for their email address in exchange for that item. Post
Okay.
about it. When you're just getting started, every other day, put something out there in the universe about your opt-in. And you can take the content that you wrote for the download and take snippets from it. You don't have to recreate content to post in social. Use the content you've already created
Okay.
and repurpose it.
Repurpose. Yeah. I think means it's not possible to create so many different type of content because it can actually lead to burnout. So uh, repurposing the same content and using it to as a lead magnet and to start getting people in for your email list. It could be the great starting point for anyone, right?
Yes. And you could do something. Most solopreneurs don't have big budgets, but $5 a day in Facebook ads
Okay.
could drive traffic to that opt-in to people that don't know you exist.
Yes.
And that can help you to build the email list as well as your followers in social.
So basically, like it's going to amplify the reach. With organic, you will reach to a very limited number of people. But when you start putting some money on Facebook ads, it will reach out to a wider audience, and in this way, the growth will be like accelerated growth will be there.
Yes, exactly. And if you look at your organic post,
Yeah.
see which one of them has performed the best and
Okay.
use that same content to run your Facebook ad.
Okay.
So it's like proven that, that works. Let's put it in front of more people.
Yeah, means it seems like a great idea. Means the thing which is already performing well on the organic method, just take it and start using that for running ads. Because it's already working in organic, it means the people are liking it. So
Correct.
it's going to do well in ads as well. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
it's a great insight, and many people are actually ignoring these small things, and they try to create ads in a different way and the content in a different way, and it actually it actually messed up their whole marketing strategy. This is what I feel.
Yes. So there's something that's said for if you confuse, you lose. So
Okay.
putting too many messages out there that don't go together,
Yeah.
you'll lose your audience and they'll, go off to follow somebody else.
Yes. It's very, I think, bulb on moment for many people out there who are trying to do so many things at the same time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah. Please go on.
I was just going to say, you mentioned I recently published a book about marketing, and that content I'm now reusing
Yeah.
almost daily into social media and email marketing, but I'm not recreating the content. I'm
Okay.
pulling
Means
it directly from the
means you
manuscript.
are using the content of the book on social media, right? And
Yes.
one of the example I have seen, like he was someone who is doing really well. James Clear, who is the author of like Atomic Habits. I don't know if you follow him or not, but he is
Yes.
also following the same strategy. He is sharing the quotes from his book continuously on his tweets and social in Instagram, and continuously he's getting so many like shares and views from those quotes which already there in the book.
Right. Yes. So you don't have to kill yourself. You do
Yeah,
have to write the book, but then, then it
yeah.
becomes just a resource for you.
Yes, means he did the work one time, and it's giving him the returns from so many days, from even so many years, I would say, right? So
Yeah,
it's possible if you put the real effort one time, it can be game changing for anyone.
exactly.
Yeah. So but one thing I realized is many people struggle with getting ideas. Means they want to create content, but they generally don't get many ideas about creating content. So this is one of the biggest challenge for so many people out there. So what is your approach of getting high quality content ideas? How can someone get these ideas?
Well, we have this great thing now called AI.
Yeah.
So if you took the topic that you know the most about and went to any of the AI platforms and said, as an experienced marketer, give me 25 topics around this subject matter.
Yeah.
Voila. Now take those topics and go write.
Okay. So yes, AI actually made it really easy for people now. Yes. Before that, it was so difficult. You have to like go to different platforms, Google it, and go to Quora. So many platforms you have to switch. But now, like, just go and give some prompts to AI, and it is going to like give out everything to you that you need. So it's I think
Exactly.
easier than ever.
It is. It is. The only thing you have to be wary of is don't just copy, don't have AI write everything for you
Yeah.
and copy paste it. You need to make it personal.
Okay.
No, put your own thoughts in the piece.
Okay. So one question I have, like when you started like 30 years back, how these things works at those times, like how you got the ideas and content. Is content relevant in that period also, in 30 years or 20 years ago?
It was only relevant in direct mail.
Okay.
So I had a client that was a psychologist,
Okay.
and he ran a leadership training program, basically. And
Okay.
I learned from him how to write really effective letters that
Okay.
converted. So I followed his formula. There's always a formula. I followed his formula and we did direct mail to small businesses to get them to hire us.
Okay.
Um, the other thing that we did, so it was letters, and then postcards was also a huge marketing trend back in the day. So we
Okay.
would send the same person a postcard a week for 8 weeks, and that would help us to convert business.
Okay. And what was the strategy of like ideas, like how to get ideas at those and in that period? Like today we have AI, but what was the strategy in those periods?
Um, and use your brain. So you could literally, I go back to reading the books. You could find a
Yeah,
lot of
books were the
information.
great resource. Yes, people got lot of ideas from books. When you go and read books, you get many ideas. And if you just can like write down, you can literally by reading one chapter can come up easily, can come up with 5-10 ideas. Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah, I got it. Okay, so the next question that I want to ask is, like there is a two types of content which is like there on the internet, basically mainly a short form content and a long form content. So what's your take on it? Which content type is more effective for growing as a coach or consultant? What do you think?
Well, there's a gentleman, Godin. Seth Godin is the master of short content.
Okay.
But I don't know that everybody has the same skill set because you have to be a really good writer
Okay.
to write short content. It's easier to write long content.
Okay.
And if you're going to use SEO, then you need some longer content. So I would focus on 1,000 words or more
Okay.
in your blog post, um, and then turn those blog posts into videos.
Long form is going to be the better option, right? Because I think long form is also helps you to create that authority when you write something in the long form. Like book, take the example of book is also like a long form content, I would say, and it,
Yes,
it gives you a lot of authority.
exactly.
Okay,
And then
so
people they come to you because they
yeah,
think you have the answer.
yeah. So you help people to write to publish book, small businesses, and build their authority. So what do you think, like how book can actually help people and transform their business? What is the role of a book in this?
Well, the first thing it does is set you up as a recognized authority.
Okay.
So most people, 97% of people want to write a book,
Okay.
but only 3%, or I should say 100% probably want to write, but only 3% follow through.
Okay.
So it really helps you to stand out in the
Yeah,
marketplace because you're a
exactly,
published author.
exactly. Yeah.
And people think that published authors must be smart.
Yes. Means if you have written a book, it means that you have knowledge, right? Because
Yeah.
we learn from books since our childhood.
Yep.
Yeah. 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 I think that is why it's crucial. Like if you have if you can have a book published, it can actually make you like a magnet. The people will come to you automatically. Yeah.
Yes. And it can get you booked on podcast and and then all the other content that we talked about as well.
Yes. Yes.
So
That
it
that
helps you to expand your reach because you have a book.
yes. Yes. Definitely it happens. Okay. So another thing um like do you have any framework that can help people out there to simplify the content creation process? Suppose I want to suppose someone who is like struggling with content creation, what should be the approach, how they can go step by step from getting ideas to getting the content out, and what do you think should be the content type they can start with?
So on our website, they can download um, the best damn marketing tool ever,
Okay.
which is a book I wrote about writing a book. But
Okay.
the steps in there can be used for any kind of content. So
Oh.
if you download that, it's free. You do have
Oh.
to give me your email address,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
you download that, then read it. It's a short read. It's only like 120 pages,
Okay.
but it'll give you a framework that you can follow to create your content.
Okay. Okay. So I will actually give the link of that particular uh, resource in the description of this podcast so that people can actually go and
Good.
check it out.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So got it. Um, so next thing like I want to ask is I want to talk about repurposing. Suppose I have created the content piece. Now, what's your strategy for repurposing the content? Suppose if I have I want to amplify my reach, then how can I turn one piece of content into multiple styles of content? What would be the approach?
Yeah. So it would be taking that piece of content,
Okay,
social media post out of it,
okay,
create video content out of it.
yeah,
Of course, you're going to post it on your website as a
okay.
blog post,
Oh yeah,
and then create email messaging out of it to your audience, to
yes,
your email
email,
list.
yes. So basically, I can go and post it on social media. I can go and publish it on my blog. I can go and email the same content to my email list. The same piece of content, but it is going in 3, 4 different places, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Uh, so and what's your take about like video content? What would be the strategy for like if I have if someone is recording videos, maybe a YouTube video or a video on social media, how to approach for video content for repurposing?
So take your same content. You literally could read it
Okay.
into your camera.
Okay.
You could take short snippets that could be
Yeah.
shared as reels in
Yes.
TikTok or Instagram, YouTube
Yes.
short. And then of course, making certain that all of that is driving traffic back to your website.
Okay. So
And
so
then
so
that
so what to drive the traffic to the website, like one should like give the call to action on every video, every resource, or what would be the approach that it don't look like very pushy, and people actually like feel like yes, this is something that next step that they should take. What would be the approach there?
Well, the one thing that I wouldn't do is the call to action be learn more.
Okay.
People don't respond to that. You'll get no traffic as a result of it.
Oh yeah.
But a strong call to action, like learn the 7 tips for something.
Okay.
Like here, learn the 7 tip, a direct call to action.
Oh, that's the key.
And it's okay if people think you're trying to sell to them. That's why we're in business.
Oh, so it's okay. It's completely okay, right?
Yes, completely. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, it's your responsibility because how is your business going to grow if you don't?
Yeah. And means if I will not sell, then how will I help someone, right? I need to
Right.
sell someone to help that person, right?
Yep. Another tool that solopreneurs can use is webinars. Webinars can be a great way to
Okay.
build their audience. And they can use the same content that they posted on the website. They can be live webinars,
Okay.
and once they record them,
Yeah.
then they can be on-demand webinars. So as long as you're teaching something, providing some kind of educational,
Yeah.
that will work for you well.
Okay. So means webinar can also be converted into and can be repurposed into various clips and content, different type of content, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay. And what is that on demand webinar? Like on demand means whenever someone wants to watch it, the person can actually sign up and watch it, right?
Right. So it means they put in their name and their email address and they'll immediately get sent to the recording.
Immediately. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's a great tool for lead generation and at the same time for nurturing the audience immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Great. It's a great insight. I think people are actually learning a lot. I personally learning a lot from this. Yeah. So next thing I want to ask is like suppose I have written something. I have written a newsletter. I have a newsletter by the name Build the Momentum. Okay. So suppose if I have written that newsletter, then in how many ways I can repurpose that particular newsletter? What do you what your strategy? What is your take on it?
So I encourage clients to send that newsletter out in a minimum of 2 ways. The first one is start a LinkedIn newsletter
Okay.
and use the same content that you used in your email newsletter
Yeah.
and send it out both ways. So when you start a LinkedIn newsletter, LinkedIn invites all of your followers or
Okay.
connections to follow your newsletter.
Oh, that's
So,
that's
and then
great.
they get an email every time. So they may not be on your email list, but they kind of are because LinkedIn's emailing them with
It's
your
gonna send
content.
them the notification on their email.
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy. Like that's a great, I think, crazy idea. Even I never thought about it. Yeah.
Well, when we get off here, you go create your LinkedIn newsletter.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that.
And then also, every time you get a new connection, LinkedIn invites that new connection to follow
Okay.
your newsletter.
Okay.
So it's like constantly building that LinkedIn email list.
Yeah. And the audience is building there and they are actually reading the most valuable resource like that you can provide them, which is a long form newsletter. So
Correct.
great relationship building and trust building there is happening also. um
Exactly.
yeah, it's I think one of the very powerful strategy if applied correctly can actually help to grow really fast. Amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I published my newsletter this morning, and then I shared the LinkedIn newsletter on Facebook, Twitter,
Okay.
and in LinkedIn groups
Okay.
to help
So
expand my reach.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. So now I want to ask a little bit like different question. Uh like this journey of solopreneurship is a little like many people like feel burnout, they feel very alone, and so many challenges come in their way, and you are helping solopreneurs, and I think you also worked as a solopreneur for many years. So what do you think it could be the way to like face these challenges as a solopreneur when you are working alone and trying to build a brand or a business?
Yeah. So that's probably the biggest struggle for solopreneurs is that being alone, getting stuck and not having help to get
Yes,
unstuck.
yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
so I suggest that you join a mastermind group
Okay,
because they'll help hold you accountable. They'll
okay,
give you a network of people that are experiencing the same kind of things you are, so you can
okay.
bounce ideas off of them. They'll help you problem solve. So you can take your problems directly to a group of, maybe 10, 12 people.
Yeah,
Although I have a mastermind that there's only 4 of us, and we
okay.
still get benefits out of connecting each week with those 4 people.
Oh, great.
I also have 2 ladies that also are marketers in my local area, and
Okay,
we meet once a month for lunch, and then talk about, what's going on in our businesses. So
that's
you
great.
have to put yourself out there a little bit.
Yeah,
Networking is also another great way. I just would caution you not to do so much networking that's not providing clients.
okay,
So, being involved with every chamber and is not necessarily good for your business.
okay,
You got to make certain that you actually get clients out of the work.
okay.
Yeah.
So like have being a part of the mastermind and then networking with people, but not too much. Network in such a way that you can have some meaningful connections and to whom you can like share your things. They can share with their things with you, and you can support each other, kind of support each other, push each other in a difficult time. This could be the one of the biggest and best way to like face the challenge of being a solopreneur. This
Yeah.
is this is right. This is the way. Okay, so this is a I think great piece of advice because I personally uh, uh, felt a lot so many times this thing of like burning out and very alone sometimes as a solopreneur and whenever I like reach out to someone, talk to someone, or like do these kind of podcasts with someone, it always helped me to level up my energy and uplift me and change my mindset. So yes, it really makes sense what you shared here. Amazing, amazing, great insights. So now we are like moving towards the last segment of this particular episode, and this is the episode. It's a kind of rapid fire round where I will ask you my 5 signature questions, and you have to like answer them in a short answers, like in a shortest possible manner. Okay, so uh,
Okay.
okay, so are you ready for these 5 questions?
I'm ready.
Okay, so the first question is uh, 3 quick business tips for someone who is just starting out as an entrepreneur. 3 quick tips.
Um, Join one chamber,
Okay,
find 2 other people that are in the same industry as you, and don't be
okay,
afraid of competition,
okay,
and decide what you're passionate about and what you know the most about, and
okay.
focus on that.
Amazing. Great. Now, the next question is your top 3 tools for coaches and digital entrepreneurs.
The first thing I would say is story brand messaging.
Okay.
So that is understanding your audience and then making certain that your messaging actually resonates with them
Okay.
by focusing on them and not yourself.
Okay.
And my second would be a good AI tool,
AI tools. Okay.
that you
Oh,
can ask anything.
yeah, yeah. AI tools definitely, I think, very important in today's era. So, the third question is one book which you will recommend to the audience and why?
The Well, can I tell you two?
Yeah, sure.
Unreasonable Hospitality. I read earlier this year, and it is amazing. Actually, I would get the audio version and listen to the author himself because the story is
Okay.
so inspiring.
Okay.
And second is Who Not How.
Do not
And
how.
that Who Not How.
Okay.
And the reason is that book will help you determine what you should keep on your plate and what you should give to someone else or automate or not ever do again.
Okay, okay, amazing. So the next question is top three entrepreneurs who inspire you in your business.
Oh, wow. Donald Miller, he's the author of or the creator of Story Brand.
Okay,
Michael Hyatt.
okay.
Michael's written 30 plus books.
Oh,
He does incredible training.
okay,
And he really focuses on how you can have a double win in your life, in life and in work.
okay,
So,
okay.
and you said three, right?
Yeah, three. Third one.
Third one. Third one is my marketer here close to me, Joanne Woodward. Okay, that
Okay.
won't apply to anybody else, but they can follow her online too.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing. Yes. So the last question is one tip to stay focused and productive as a solopreneur.
That's an easy one. Purchase a full focus planner. It
Okay.
will help you set good goals, stick to those goals, and it includes your health as well as your business.
Okay.
So it'll help you focus on mind, body, work, family.
Yes. Planners are, I think, very powerful. And journaling, if you can like journal every single day in the morning, it can help a lot. I personally do it. I have a lot of planners filled. Yes. So I can completely relate with that. Yeah.
Good. Good.
Okay. So that's all. Like it was amazing episode. I learned a lot personally, and I am sure the audience is going to learn a lot from this episode about content creation, about repurposing, about getting ideas, and how to like face the challenges of solopreneurship. You shared these things from your vast experience, and I'm grateful for you for being here today. So, like, before we like say goodbye, any closing remark you want to say to the audience?
Just thank you. And solopreneurs, you can do whatever it is you want to do. You just have to stay focused and consistent.
Okay, yeah, it's like golden words for anyone. Being consistent is the key for success in this game of solopreneurship. So, thank you very much, Donna. That's all for this episode, guys.
Right.
See you in the next episode. Till then, stay awesome, stay blessed, and be impactful. Thank you.